Good morning. Welcome to those in the pews and those online. We have boomers, Gen Xers, millennials, and Zoomers. Our parish community is now a hybrid of those physically present and those still at home. We value all of you. Well, Patti, you ready to kick this off?
I'm ready.
We want to talk to you today about stewardship. Stewardship is an interesting word. Stewardship is an ethic that embodies the responsible planning and management of resources. The concepts of stewardship can be applied to the environment, economics, health, property, theology, and on and on. Churches, however, have caused stewardship to have a negative connotation of sacrifice rather than about renewal or enrichment. Fundamentally, stewardship is about engagement. Patti and I want to discuss with you a more dynamic way to look at stewardship. But first, let's talk about what we accomplished through stewardship in 2021. We had a balanced budget. We had good liquidity. We had a positive congregation for the homeless experience. We fed many hungry families. We had a great new rector with Reverend Beverly Mortese. We hired new staff, and we reopened the thrift shop.
In recent years, the diocese has sponsored a program entitled Project Resource, which is an initiative to help congregations and parishes think about stewardship differently and also provide a way to make it really personal and relative to their community. Rebbe Judy Davis, Jeannie Totten, Curt and I attended the recent fall offering. And personally, for me, the experience transformed my perception of stewardship from a 2-month activity at the end of the year to a year-long ministry where together as a community, we explore and partner with each other to realize how God can work within our community under the context of stewardship. One of our initial assignments was to start with our why, and it was based on Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why. And so we had a conversation of trying to delve into what that meant, and we were able to use the parish profile as a place to start. So we landed with, we believe God is active in our lives, and we are a dynamic, forward-looking spiritual community. And that really was the basis, really the what. And so the why landed on our mission is helping people fully experience their relationship with Christ. So then the next part, once we had our why, it was really coming down to a theme that we would want to use for the entire year. And this came out of that thinking about themes. We had conversations with the vestry, we did some brainstorming, and we landed on walking in God's Spirit. And so what that means for us and sharing with the community is that intentional giving deepens our walk with Christ and supports life-giving ministries to our community and beyond. People in and around St. Margaret's, our community, experience their own way of life and faith in new and deeper ways through a commitment, through opening hearts and being available. And so day by day, week by week, your generosity generates mission and changes lives.
We hope you join us in all 3 areas of stewardship: time, talent, and treasure. It is intended to be a holistic experience. Come explore your ministry with us. We are built for community. As part of this effort, we are looking at reestablishing Maggie's List so people can research who within our parish community can help them. Patti, why don't more people volunteer?
Well, that's a really interesting question, and there's a wide variety of reasons, but basically it comes down to three primary focuses. One is that people don't know how they can contribute. And so without being specific, then individuals don't know where their talents apply, and so they don't sign up. One of the biggest is time. We're all busy. We all have commitments in so many places. And so by allowing or being more intentional about what the commitment will require, it allows people to make decisions about how they want to contribute. And the last, and I think maybe one of the biggest, is many people just have a feeling that if they volunteer, it's a life sentence, and they don't have a way out. And so all three of those aspects are things that we will consider as we come to you in the future with requests and opportunities for you to participate.
Time and talent are essential, but they are no substitute for treasure. Our parish exists in a secular world, and it needs financial resources to support it. With all this talk about volunteering, is this really a feint to tap into people's wallets?
Well, some people will take it that way, but really, my takeaway is this is a heart thing, and that if we really are open and willing to explore, that we can make a difference in ways that we never thought possible.
Patti has volunteered to lead us in our annual stewardship campaign for 2022. And this will be a monthly program, and we will need a lot of volunteers to be successful. Some people are reluctant to volunteer because they haven't been asked. And so on occasion, we may be coming to you and asking you if you'll take part. Patti, take us through the process and how people can sign up to volunteer.
Well, to be clear, I am standing here today because Revi asked me to lead this effort for the next year. We were at a vested retreat, and I had expressed some just interest in the learnings, and she asked, and I said yes. So here we are. So this will be a 12-month campaign, and there'll be opportunities to volunteer, opportunities to express a giving heart, and opportunities to deepen our walk with Christ. All of them matter. And what we're really looking to do, and we are just out of the gate and starting to walk down the path, so nothing's predetermined here because we're making it personal and relevant for our congregation. But we do want to make sure that it's multi-generational, that it's inclusive, and we will soon be making opportunities known how you can engage. And we already have, as part of the conversation of the last couple of weeks, a number of people that have come to me and said, I would like to do this relative to this conversation that we're having. So I'm really excited about what's possible.
St. Margaret's doesn't have a 2022 budget yet, but our 2021 budget was about $660,000. Going through preliminary numbers, our next year's budget looks like it'll be roughly $770,000. And then you add the $200,000 we talked about for the facilities reserve when we discussed this at the town hall meeting in August. That totals $970,000. We get approximately 10% of our revenue from the offering plate we pass during the service. That leaves about $895,000 we will want to achieve from pledges. That would be almost a 50% increase in pledge revenue if we include the facility reserve. Currently, roughly 60% of our congregation pledges. The average pledge in 2021 was about $5,000. If only the same number of families pledge again this year, that would mean the average pledge would have to be about $7,100. The number of pledging families is down 23% since 2013. As a parish, we made a commitment on October 7th to support our new rector and her ministries. Every pledge counts, large and small. Bishop Rickel recently reminded us that we are a cardinal parish. We are leaders in the diocese. I truly believe we have the power, love, and resources for this parish to flourish, thriving instead of just surviving. I'm excited about it. How about you?
I'm very excited. So going forward, we will be communicating regularly about the steps in the process, our learnings. I think this is an adventure, an experiment, however you would like to look. Some things are going to work well, and some things we'll not do again. But it is an adventure, and we'll be communicating through all the ways that we have open to us. Dear People, town hall meetings, the website, notices in the narthex, and then with social media.
Let's stop this. My hope is we all want to stop this and start this.
Let's do this together and commit to a heart-mind connection.
Let's bring new energy to this parish together, ministry by ministry, dollar by dollar, engaging and embracing our community, walking in God's Spirit.
Because of God's love, we love one another. We care for one another and our community. Out of care for others, we are vessels to give what we have away. We invite you to give yourself away in any way that you can. All pledges of support in all ways of supporting matter. We want to continue this life-giving work of St. Margaret's, both within our church family and in our community. So in closing, this image is a reflection of a collaboration as we were evaluating how we wanted to communicate this message. And Daryl Story worked with us, a quick turnaround to make this happen. And then I was asked to provide a verse, or to have a verse as part of this ministry. And not too long ago, John 15:4-5 just popped up in front of me. Remain in me, as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. And in closing, I would just like, for you to suggest that you consider this image as, open arms, as being open and available. And then it's up to us to respond to whatever our heart tells you or tells us, and then we can just wait to see what God does.
In summary of what we just presented, we have accomplished a lot in 2021. Our theme is walking in God's Spirit. Our mission is helping people fully experience their relationship with Christ. Stewardship is an all-year-round campaign. And most importantly, we are a Christian community of caring, loving, and giving people. Thank you.